by Dallas, make it hurt. Beats by Dallas, make it hurt. Beats by Dallas, make it hurt.
Doing good, doing good. Got my shipment in, and I just went through a ton of Project 70 cards. And a lot of you guys got notifications. They're going out. They're going out today, tomorrow. And they said they looked awesome in hand. I was quite jealous to see a couple of those go. Oh my gosh. That fake Major League Licensed Player Association just not paying off anymore, huh? Right, right. So when we talk Diamond Kings, are we talking? Did they buy Donners then? And do they own the license for Donners? Because Diamond Kings to me are Donners. Okay, right. Apparently, you're muted. Oh my gosh, we started off another podcast with Graham being muted.
I
Oh no.
can't believe it. I missed my click, and yes, I was muted.
Wow. Okay, so let's do that intro all over again. Let's go with the big rant about everything. And wow. All right. So
Uh,
good evening. It's Tea and Tops. I'm your
yeah, it
host,
is.
Jason
Right,
here.
let's have a quick recap. So yeah, we're late again. My name's Graham. You've met Jason. We're going to speak about NFTs again. First, we're doing the news. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh! Well, I'm glad I spoke up about top or about Donner's Diamond Kings
Yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah.
So
Oh well,
they would have got all your conversation, just not mine. So
yeah. Good thing my microphone was there and I was curious about Donner's Diamond Kings, but yes.
yeah, so there we
Oh
go.
well.
So yeah, releases this week is what we were talking about. 2021 Bowman, which obviously we spoke a little bit about last week, so we shan't cover that again. But yeah, so the big surprise this week, 2021 Panini Diamond Kings, which I've discussed, sort of carries a bit of the Donruss license as well. Traditionally, one of the cheaper sets, it's sort of, well, let's say less than £100 a box by the time it gets to the UK, and this year it's starting at like $150. So Panini prices seem to be rising, I guess, in line with tops, but like I say, the thing that always made it, but you understood the price being less because they don't carry the full license. As you said, they have the player's license, but they don't have the MLB license to put the team names and the team logos on. So yeah, kind of interesting that the price has got up for, well, I guess pretty much doubled from last year, from where it was last year, to not have a licensed product. So even an unlicensed hobby box now is going to be starting at the kind of $150 market. again, it feels like
Surely Panini should just go all the way off brand and like, have like the Northwest tugboat captains and the Oakland calisthenics, and like, the Bay Area trolls or something like that. If you're not going to carry the license, like just go off brand with the whole thing there. And just,
What was it? There was a video game. Oh, here we go. Here's another episode of Old Guys Remember. Another episode of Old Guys Remember and stuff. But there was a classic baseball game that didn't have the license to use Barry Bonds' name. I think it was the Bigs. They didn't have the license to use Barry Bonds' name, so I can't remember what they used. Something ridiculous like Jumbo Banger or something metal. Yeah,
Larry Bonds. Yeah, but I mean, they did that with, I think Griffey was one of them. I know Michael Jordan was the same thing with NBA Jam kind of thing. They've done that throughout the way. Somebody will know what it is. But yeah, yes. It was
Ross
like,
here, man. Ross is like the champion of the Bigs. That was his jam, man. Playing the Bigs on the Nintendo GameCube. That was great night spent at Ross's place.
Yeah, there was some good times there. Yeah, I mean, I definitely remember that. That's one of the things. So if you're gonna go off brand, you might as well go off brand. Just go the whole way.
Brand,
why not? Everyone will know what it is, and if you can get it in for like 60 pounds a box, I'd buy some.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it'd be good for a laugh, right? But
I would buy a shed long Northwest tugboat captains. I'd be all over that one.
Yeah. So I was quite surprised. I just looked that up just now to see what it was. We're a couple of days from launch. Both Bowman and Diamond Kings come out on Wednesday, so we're just a couple of days away from the launch. I was quite surprised to see it up at 150. So when you're when even unlicensed stuff is going for the same price as licensed hobby boxes, then you've kind of got a problem. Topps Heritage this week came down to under $100 a box. So for Panini to be charging $150 for unlicensed Diamond Kings, which is usually half that, it kind of feels a bit like they're pushing their luck a little bit. I mean, when they're charging $1,000 for a box of NFL cards, again, everything in perspective. But yeah, it feels a bit egregious if I'm honest. But
so everyone talks about that. We talk about NBA, we talk about NFL, but with the NFL, you're not getting the whole team there. You're not. I mean, if you're gonna have the whole team, you're talking about a 1,500 card set. You're talking. Nobody gives a shit who the right tackle is for the Seahawks. You're not buying any offensive lineman cards there. Whereas baseball cards there. Same thing with NBA. You're talking about the starting five and maybe a couple of guys in the rotation there. I mean, again, no one's after the 12th man for the Trailblazers.
No, that's a good point. Yeah.
So I can see where the value is there. Where you're buying a set of cards. And it's going to have the starting 9+ some there. So, it's a big difference on that one there. So you're more likely to hit a star in NBA and NFL, where here you can open that pack of 6. And we talked about before, you hit that DJ LeMahieu and it costs you $50 a pack. And you're disappointed that you hit it.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, that's very true. So yeah, quite surprised to see that. Surprised to see the price of Diamond Kings this year. We'll see how popular it is. Like I say, it's a cool looking set, right? If you're, it's something they've never really changed the design of it. It harks back to the original Donruss Diamond Kings, keeps the same art style, so it has that kind of old school sort of feel about it. So yeah, be interesting to see how that goes. I'm not expecting huge demand, but we'll see. So yeah,
but everyone's got money right now. That doesn't matter. Let's just throw.
No one's got money anymore. The pub's open. Today. Nobody's got any money.
I guess saying that I was coming home, the pubs were quite busy on the way home there. Like all the outdoor pubs were heaving.
I know somebody who took a half day from work today just to go to the pub. So there you go. People are happy to see the pubs open again.
I still enjoy my takeaway beer every once in a while.
Yeah, I drank a bottle of champagne on Saturday night. Maybe that's why I'm feeling like crap today. Maybe it's like a 2-day hangover.
Ooh, yeah.
Anywho, enough of my extravagant lifestyle.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So, Project 70, and we'll move on to, and I guess we're talking about print numbers once again, and unfortunately, new low print numbers.
Absolutely. So we had two new low. Well, we had the second lowest one with the Robin Yount Mikhail B card, which was a McDonald's card. If you look at it, it's got a big M there for Milwaukee. It unfortunately looks a lot like the McDonald's logo, and that was the second lowest card until today. where with the CC Sabathia Joshua Vides card is now the new low at 1,162. So I thought it was a solid card. I liked it, but it's the second CC card, and I just don't really see a market for that. And it's Joshua Vides, and his print loads have always been low. So shame. Rumor is next week Topps will be releasing 4 cards a day. So
Wow, okay.
be prepared to be overwhelmed, and I think this is just the trend of the way it's going to be. I think you're going to have the artists like DJ Ski, Alex Pardee, and Ermsey. I think and Lauren Taylor. Those 4 will be the ones that start selling regularly over 5,000 cards, and I think everything else is going to drop lower and lower. Like I said, pubs are open here, so we're buying less. And
Yeah.
what was I going to say? People are going to baseball games now, and they can have freedom in the States there. So you're into everyone's third card now. I think there's just a few artists left that haven't had their third card yet. So everyone's decided who they like and who they're following. And we discussed this before we started on air. Which artists you're collecting now. So you're just going to go and collect those guys' cards there. So you're going to see, again, I think Vides will be low. Old Man Allen will be low, just off the top of my head. So
Action Bronson will be low.
Yeah. Eventually he's going to hit a card. Everyone's going to go, yeah, that's pretty cool. And like I said, I got my Mattingly and my Ricky Henderson today, and I think they're actually cool cards. Now, the Yogi card, not so much. It's just what it is. So I didn't need a picture of a guy holding a bat and 10 Yogi rings on it. It's all interpreted. So Project 70's dead. Long live Project 70. We're at card, I think, like 130, 142 right now. So we still have 850 cards to go.
That's insane. It's really insane.
And we keep saying this every week. Is that it's like 900 cards, 850 cards.
Yeah.
Ask us in a month, and we're gonna probably settle in for around, like 1,000. I know it will be regularly under 1,000. So for everyone chasing cards to try to make some money on, there's none unless you get real lucky and get one of those low ones. But again, you're gonna try to convince yourself that I really want this. What was it? We'll say shed long Old Man Allen card that it's only sold 800 of them.
There's like four of them sold or something.
And you have to buy that and then convince someone else it's worth $300. You're really gonna look into those low print ones and hope you hit a foil card, because again, if I think we'll get down to 700 cards around that area, 700, 800 cards. And it gives you a 1 in 10 chance of hitting a foil.
Yeah, that's true. Because
that's a pretty good chance. Yeah. So
they need to shift those 70 foils. And mind you, who knows? Maybe they ration them. Why would you ration them? Because you can't ration them, because it's only available for a limited time. So you say, it just increases your odds on hitting a foil. Yeah,
I mean, we were saying this. Someone picked up the Kyle Lewis artist prints AP. Those sell for $170 straight up. The guy bought it for $107 today. Somebody lost $70 because they were so desperate to beat the bots.
Yeah.
And there's just not a market for these things, and
just got stuck with it. Yeah.
So I guess what we were all talking about, we need to get a bot so we can get our stuff there. I mean, that's the downside of it, is like not everything's going to be popular, and the popular cards, you're going to be fighting 5,000 bots to try to get those things.
Yeah. So what you need is people like me who have like Revelations 5 cards into an artist set and go, damn, I really wish I'd picked up all this guy's cards, and then go scrabbling to eBay to try and to try and pick up cards. I had that moment with DJ Ski this week when I saw the Byron Buxton DMX card that was on sale over the weekend. And even then, even though I saw the card and really liked it, forgot about it, and then went to order it on Sunday night, and of course I'd missed it. I missed it by like 3 hours by the time I got on, like late on Sunday night. If I'd gone on Sunday through the day, I would have got it. So the eBayers of the world, they need idiots like me to suddenly catch on to something that's kind of cool and go, oh yeah, shit, actually I want that.
I mean, that's the nice thing about it, because I've told a few people who have inquired about it, said, "Oh, I really like this card. I just don't have any money." It's like, you're gonna be able to pick those up for $25, no problem. There's nothing's going for any crazy money right now. All the early cards are gonna be nice and low. And like I said, they might not be in the high cards of the set because it's the first 3 cards. But like I said, now everyone's done their first 3 cards. Everyone had to turn their first 3 cards in the tops. So I think things get really creative out here, and we can really see a lot more cardists lean into their own style and probably picking a few more players that of their choice there. And one thing about the ski card, you missed out on it. So if you bought a ski card, you need to send DJ Ski your receipt, and he would have a giveaway for a VIP Twins package with him. So, which could actually be really cool. Like, at first, I thought Ski was kind of a bit of a dork, but he's grown on me a lot, and he's quite innovative on what he's done.
Yeah, I mean, he's a huge nerd, quite clearly, but in like the coolest sense of the word, you know.
Yeah.
So last year, again, I'm pretty sure you've mentioned this before, but of course, when you buy a ski card, there's a QR code printed on the back, and if you scan it, it takes you to a curated Spotify playlist. So basically, like a 2-hour podcast that Ski puts together. And he talks about the inspiration and some of the stuff behind the card. So I listened to I listened to the playlist for the Buxton DMX card that came out over the weekend. And that was kind of what sold me on the whole thing, because I really enjoyed listening to the stories and, you know, how he took inspiration from like some of the parallels between Byron Buxton and DMX, and you'd think, what the hell kind of parallels are there between Byron Buxton and DMX? How's he going to put those together? Well, coincidentally, they were both born on the same day, so there's a great jumping off point.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, that's a great coincidence. And yeah, so even last year, with there being no fans in the stadium, like he was still like bringing some pretty innovative, stuff to broadcast, because he did a DJ. So despite the fact he lives in LA, obviously a Minnesota guy, huge Twins fan, so he did like an interactive DJ set before the start of a game, where it was live streamed on Twitch, and fans could get involved on Twitch and change the background by posting GIFs and Twitch chat and all this kind of stuff. And so really, it seems like he's ahead of the curve, I think, with a lot of stuff like that. It's certainly within the baseball realm, and, you know, understands maybe how to bring baseball to this new audience, you know, to bring this sort of gamification of it, if you will, because Twitch, I mean, we stream on Twitch as well, as a podcast, but it's obviously a gaming platform. But more and more, especially during the last 12 months, during COVID and lockdown and everything, a lot of music artists have made their way to Twitch, because it is such a powerful live streaming platform. So to see them doing like pretty cool stuff like that before games, and listening to some of the things he's got planned for this season into next season, when fans are starting to come back, and the kind of live shows and things he wants to put on at Twins games, it sounds like properly, you know, like it sounds like properly cool. And he's obviously hugely passionate about Minnesota, and of course he was born there, so why wouldn't he be? But so yeah, so I listened to that thing. It really sold me on, not just on him, but on the whole the whole ethos and the whole way he's going about creating his cards, and, you know, the level of thought and attention to detail that goes into them. It's like it's really, really cool. It's really cool.
He's not photoshopped or anything like Action Bronson.
Exactly, yeah. He's not sat there on Microsoft Paint and gone, "Oh, this'll do."
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so mad about the Bronson thing. I was so stoked when I saw he was on the list. And I was like, this could be the coolest thing ever. And the first 3 I've been like, meh, like difficult to love, I think is the kindest way I've thought to put it. But I'm so pissed off by it that I still want to build the whole set. So I'm still going to do the set. Because it's infuriated me so much, and and we were speaking just before the start of the show, and you said you've got a couple and they look far better in hand. So yeah, I'm hoping that I think when you view them as an individual thing, just taken with no context, they obviously look the way they look, and it's difficult to love them. Maybe put together as a collection, it might come across differently. I'm not too sure, or maybe there's some end game that we're not aware of yet, which again I think we spoke about before. But yes. Yeah, I'm hoping when viewed as an entirety, it'll all come together in one beautiful cohesive thing, and angels will descend from heaven, and like
you're hoping.
I'm hoping, yeah. Pipe organ music will play, and yeah.
Oh gosh, I mean, it looks like he's doing a Yankee set. Manley, Henderson, Yogi. You know,
so far, yeah. I'm not really expecting him to. I mean, a Yankees guy, right? So I'm not really expecting him to move from that.
No, Jeter. I think you go Jeter, Posada. You get the core four in there.
Core
You
four,
might get a
yeah,
Williams there, a Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle. I mean,
yeah,
he's gonna do a Mantle, like that.
yep.
Reggie Jackson.
DJ LeMahieu.
Yeah, Mayhew, Jay Buhner.
Oh my God. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be a Yankees set. So like I say, I'm a Yankees guy, despite the fact I'm wearing a Tampa Bay hat tonight, and I have a picture of Busch Stadium behind me. So yeah, I'm a Yankees guy. So what's not to like, other than the cards are ugly? But moving, yeah, let's see how that pans out. Cool. All right. Thank you for that update, Jason.
Yep.
Obviously, we'll keep an eye on that as it moves forward.
I was going to say before we go, if you like your Project 2020 cards, now is the time to buy them. They are going dirt cheap. I had my eye on a Gregory Siff George Brett card, but it was way out of the budget. Like those are normally going to from $400 to $700, and somebody picked one up for $125 the other day on StockX, and that kills me. That absolutely kills me because I would have easily parted with that money. So yes, so there's various places to look. So if you're trying to get the cards, especially the ones that are super expensive, I saw Mike Trout Ermsey go for $350. So wow. Yeah, so it's really dropped now. So if you're missing cards from the set, now is the time to try to pick those up now, because I think the value only goes back up again once Project 70 is over and people go, I need those cards. And especially when they go to like 4 or 5 cards a day, like you're like, I'm out, I'm done.
Yeah, it's going to really saturate the market. Yeah, I'll say 4 or 5. I wonder if the effect is that a Project 70 effect, do you think, or just?
I think so. I think people are just because it's the same thing. It's like you said, like you really like the ski card, you forgot about it. Remember it 3 hours later, like that. So people's free cash is going to that right now. And you're going, well, because you're going, I really want that Natural Robinson, but before the project started, it was going for $1,000. So you're going, well, I'm not going to even look at that now because it's going for $1,000. I don't have that kind of cash. Whereas you can go and as things slow down and then go, okay, well, people are selling it for 600. Like, okay, well, 600 is still a lot of money, but it's not 1,000.
It's not 1,000. Yeah, that's a very good point.
So, and a lot of people are going, they bought heavy into Project 70 to start because it's like, oh, this is the new thing. or maybe they bought NTFs.
What a lovely segue. It's almost like we're half professional.
I know. I like that transition. I had that one all set up there.
Yeah, man. Especially when 50% of us remember to unmute our microphones. So it works really well. Yeah. What a knob. I'm still annoyed at myself for that.
Yeah. Well, we'll get next time. We'll go. Okay, Dirk, get your cough done.
Yeah. Make sure. Yeah. I'm gonna have to macro this, so instead of having to click like 400 things to go. Anyway, never mind. Let's not talk production on air. So yeah, a beautiful segue there, which I fumbled, which I then stepped all over into tonight's main topic. Once again, it is setting the world ablaze. Topps NFTs. So I'm of course sure that everyone listened to the show last week where we talked a bit about the NFTs, what we expected was going to happen, and I think in general we were pretty close with a lot of things that we thought. So I guess the main takeaways, we expected the purchasing process to be, for want of a better expression, a shit show, and the purchasing experience was indeed a shit show. So yeah, many purple screens of death. I think I ended up entering my credit card details and seemingly completing the transaction 4 times. In fact, it only processed once, but I did get my entire order. I did not get double and triple charged, which I believe quite a few people did get double and triple charged. I think everyone automatically got refunded, but
a couple hours later they had said that. So
yeah.
So I think most people got their money back.
Most people got their money back. But
funny enough, I've not seen them complain about it yet. So I think everyone got their money back.
Yeah, like obviously Discord and Twitter just went on fire in like the hours preceding the drop, or the hours after the drop, I should say, and with just complaints and where's my stuff and this is a nightmare, But almost, I mean, 24 hours later, everyone was knee deep in opening the stuff, and I think most people had kind of got over it. I mean, it was still a terrible experience.
Horrible
Yeah,
experience.
it was awful. I mean, but then it's no worse than like trying to buy tickets on Ticketmaster for, you know, it's that similar kind of experience where it's just too many people all try to do the same thing at once, and servers can't cope. Now, there comes a point, everyone moans at Ticketmaster about it, and there comes a point where the level of investment they would need to put in to keep everybody happy just doesn't make any sense. So you just end up putting up with the queues and putting up with people being annoyed and whatever else. It doesn't make financial sense to spin up servers to process like 10,000 transactions in a minute. That's just craziness. So that's the IT part of me trying to defend it. But from a consumer point of view, yeah, it was rough. And when at the time you feel like the value the value of the transactions that people end up being double and triple charged. It's not like £4.50 if you or like $5 if you were buying try to buy one standard pack. These are people who are buying 10 standard packs and 10 premium packs. So that's like $1,500 plus like a $50 processing fee. So you're looking at $1,550 worth of transactions getting charged 2, 3, in some cases 4 times to people's cards. So I can understand how that's a stressful experience.
The processing fee was so dumb.
Oh, what a cheek that was!
Yeah,
I didn't even notice it until I looked at my receipt, because I was just panicking so much trying to get a transaction to go through. And I looked back and there's so I ended up buying 10 standard packs and 5 premium packs, and I got hit with I think $27 processing fee.
Yeah, that would have been that percentage of that. That's such bullshit. Like I said, we're already buying it from them directly.
Yeah. And we spoke before that the cost to create must be almost negligible for Topps, because they already have the digital artwork when they print the cards. They have the digital asset created when they put it into Bunt. So to spin it up and then retain wax.io to run your NFT, your baseball NFT stuff for you. The cost to create is pretty low. And then, of course, we're buying 45, well, in a premium pack, 45 NFTs. So basically 45 digital things for $100. So yeah, it's like money for old rope, as my old mother used to say. But then the whole world went crazy and everyone went nuts for it. And since then, it's just exploded. I think to a level that might have been difficult even for us to predict. I mean, we had lofty expectations, I think, on where it might go. And yeah, since then, I think it's probably eclipsed where even we thought it was going to go.
It's been a wild ride. I thought I was doing pretty good when I sold my $5 pack for $20 now. I think the current going rate $60 for a $5 pack.
Yeah. Standard packs are going for about 65 right now. So yeah, if you're looking at it, so if we're going to talk cold hard numbers, which I suppose we should, the standard packs have, in percentage terms, the standard packs have increased almost twice as much as the premium packs have, which is crazy because. But then, if you look at a cost versus NFT analysis, so it was like a $5 pack and you got 6 NFTs, so you're looking at less than $1 for one. Whereas a premium pack obviously was $100 and you're only getting 45, so you're $2+ per NFT. But of course, your odds on hitting the cool stuff's much higher with a premium pack. Yeah. So there's that trade-off as well. I think the value of singles, they've done a really good job on keeping the singles market and the commons market buoyant by having the crafting challenges. So that, and of course, a strong market for your singles helps push your prices of your sealed packs as well. So I think they've done a really good job there. That's a pretty clever idea.
I think I like it. I don't like it because again, it's premium players. So it's like, do you really want to craft your Jacob DeGrom card, or do you rather sell it? It's one of those things that's catch-22. Why not have some shitty guy that you go, all right, I'll craft this guy to get a better card.
Yeah.
That's my only complaint. But then I can see that, like, it's all of a sudden it's an inherent value of going, right, I've got my DeGrom card, I can sell it for like $100 right now because somebody wants to craft it, and it's probably me worth it because it's Jacob DeGrom. I get it. So you've got that kind of two built-in values for it there.
Yeah, yeah. But even then though, so like star player common cards that aren't in the crafting, they're not going for massive money.
No.
I mean, they're going for decent, I guess. Sort of, I don't know, $5 plus, I guess, is still really good because at most that common would have cost you $2.50 if you're looking at the premium price thing, and just splitting the like I say the total value by the total pack price. So yeah, it's reasonable, I guess. If you can make double your money on a star common card, then yeah, you're doing okay. I mean, there's still a lot of chaff out there going for like one wax.
Yes, like, yeah, exactly. Yes, nobody wants my Miguel Rojas.
Yeah, oh, jeez. Dude, there's like one pack. So we did some breaks of them. We did some NFT breaks, which are actually super fun. And yeah, we pulled 3 Miggy Rows out of one pack, which was kind of
yes. I've got one as well too, so that's why I brought them up.
Yeah. I think everyone has a Miggy Row NFT by this point, which is kind of funny.
I think mine's the rainbow foil. So yeah.
I'll check you. Well, I pulled the gold. We pulled the gold in one of the breaks.
Yes, that's right. You did the gold. Yes, yeah. I have the gold Marco Gonzalez. That's what I have. So at least it's a mirror, and I can go. Yes, I have that.
That's it. Yeah. So it was pretty fun. It was good fun to see what came out. The way that the market has gone is kind of crazy. Like I say, so the standard packs they were 5 and they're going for 65 to kind of 70 right now. Premium packs which were 100 are now going for I think 675. The interesting thing is that they seem to have been going up exponentially until kind of yesterday and today, where they seem to be starting to level off now. So. Like you, I'm still sitting on one premium pack. I have one premium pack still in my inventory that I haven't opened and I'm not really sure what to do with. When I was considering it over the weekend, I think my magic number to move it was going to be about $1,000. So it'll be interesting to see if it gets there. With it leveling off in the last couple of days, but
I think you'll see it get to 1,000. And someone had made the point because again. Was it the Mike Trout 1 of 10?
Oh, the 1 of 11, yeah.
1 of 11 card went for $86,000, which was actually more than his rookie card and a PSA 9. Was that what it was there?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Yeah. So that was mint number 1. So we should speak about so the mint numbers obviously mean quite a lot more in this than they do in the so this is the thing about NFTs is where it doesn't compare to regular normal card collecting is even your common cards now have an established print run, so they're basically all numbered cards, so like 1 out of whatever or 2 out of whatever.
1 out of 25,000.
Yeah, 1 out of exactly, yeah. But because they all have that number attributed to them, it makes things like mint number 1 of Shed Long, 1 out of 50,000. Is going to be worth more than probably 2 or 3 times more than mint number 2. Now we might be talking about the difference between $1 and $3, but the fact is, so mint number 1 is going to be worth more, and then whatever his jersey number is,
4.
Thank you. So mint number 4 will also be worth a bit more.
Yes.
So so we're seeing that trend more, or it's becoming more prevalent in the NFT collecting than it is in the physical world collecting, because I think a lot less people care about the numbering, or it can be more difficult to do like a numbered collection of a player in the physical baseball space, because you're already at a premium when you're having to buy any numbered card. Whereas the thing with NFT is technically they're all numbered, so it makes that part of the collecting I think a little bit more interesting, and it's been kind of fun to see these low mint numbers. So really anything in the first 10 can command a premium. And yeah, if you have that jersey number as well, especially for guys like the one that springs straight to mind would be Aaron Judge. So if you got number 99 for the Aaron Judge base, I imagine that's worth quite a bit, because it's different. You know, the tradition is to have the low number, like, so the lower your jersey number, the more kind of established you are, which is why we always joke at spring training time with, I don't want to see the guy with number 84 on his back like pitching and in the 3rd inning and on like the 2nd of February or whatever, because we're never going to see this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
But so then the Judge kind of flips that by wearing 99. I don't know if anybody wears zero. I know somebody in the Yankees wore zero. I think
He
Zach
did. It was
Britton.
Adam Octavino.
Ottavino, yeah, he wore zero. So yeah, if you wear zero, you're kind of screwing yourself because you're never going to have that NFT.
If you're wearing zero, no one really wants your card anyways.
I mean that's fair. I mean,
Yeah, come
Ottavino
on.
should have done a lot better than he did, but
He was in a strikeout Babe Ruth.
yeah, that's fair. So that's been interesting. That's been interesting to see. The other side of it I've really been enjoying because I'm a bit of a nerd is the fact that everything, all the transactions and all the openings and everything, they all take place on the public ledger. So you can go, there's a number of sites that do it. Crypto Slam is the one that I've spent most of my time on. And you can go and you can mine this information. So we know obviously that the premium packs are limited to 24,090 for no good reason. We never got to the
Yeah,
bottom
they
of
haven't
why.
said why the 90, yeah.
Never got to the bottom of that. If anybody knows, you feel free to educate us.
I'm
on
gonna
why.
go look, see if I can.
Yeah, you
chase
Google
them
it.
up.
You Google it while I'm yapping.
I'm not gonna. No.
Oh,
Chase
you're
them
not
back
gonna.
for
Oh,
the.
okay. We'll chase it down for a
Chase
future
up
episode.
Maybe they thought it was supposed to be like Beverly Hills in 90210, and so they just said, yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. 24090. Yeah. So obviously they listen to me, they minted 24,090 premium packs. So the joy of the ledger, the blockchain ledger, is that you can go and see at any time you can see how many packs are on sale. So you can get a true indication in the market. You can see how many have been opened, so you know how many are left, and that of course makes playing the market or establishing the market really easy because there's no ambiguity like there is with printed stuff where we'll never really know how many cases of 2021 Series 1 tops physically printed, hundreds of thousands, but we know there's a finite number of these and we can track every single pack being opened, and I think that's one of the other really cool things. Of course, the other really cool thing is if you're nosy and you're perusing Facebook and people are conducting transactions in public, going, oh yeah, I'll trade you my DJ LeMahieu for your shed long. Here's my my wallet IDs. You can go and look up people's wallet IDs, and it's all public, and you can see all the stuff that they've traded, all they're buying and selling. I don't think it goes so far as seeing inventory. I've not successfully managed to mine inventory yet.
Yeah, you can see people's inventory.
Wow.
Because this is what we were talking about, because I had noticed that somebody was hoovering up all the premium packs for $240, going, oh, that's a gamble there. Like, that's I don't know, man. Like, I don't think it's gonna get higher than 240, but somebody had clearly had spent around $8,000 on wax to hoover up all that stuff up there. So that's a bold gamble. Maybe that's why the market's so high at the moment. But yes, you can see people's inventory. You can see what they bought and they sold.
There we go. Yeah, I disappear off down random rabbit holes on Crypto Slam now, like looking at individual cards, and yeah, it's fascinating. The whole thing, the whole public ledger thing, I think is really great, and it's pretty fascinating.
You got to figure out where Vegas Dave is and all. It's Vegas. Whoever said that was Vegas Dave buying all the premium packs.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Who knows? That guy. Yeah, funny how we found another way to bring him into the podcast, but
yeah, but that was it. It was somebody who was buying large packs. I mean, clearly the guy thinks whoever this guy was had either had a lot of wax to spend on what he was buying there, and clearly a genius now because he spent $8,000 on premium packs, and so that was worth 3 times that.
At least 3 times that. Yeah.
Yeah. So congrats on him for having the balls to do that. I was sweating, going, I got 240 for mine. Like, I got a bargain. I got a. I paid for both of mine and a little bit more extra.
Yeah, it depends how you look at it, though, right? Because, like you say, you took that one pack, and you parlayed that pack to cover your entire outcome. So now the whole thing becomes a net zero, and you can just enjoy it for what it is, right? Yeah. Again, I'm pretty much the same. So again, with the 5 premium packs that I bought. In the group, in the Shout Cards group, we did them as kind of group breaks, which was kind of fun. So I sold 4 of them in the group break format, and that basically covered my outlay as well. So I mean, by like maybe 50 quid less or whatever, but I still have 9 packs, and a whole bunch of commons and a premium pack that I essentially paid 50 quid for now. So, you know, it's been pretty fun from that. But yeah, the guys who are going in deep on it, they're either going to see massive returns, or you know they could be on a hiding. But I think the sealed stuff, listen to me again. Well, I mean technically
Yeah, we'll have
it
to
is.
come up with the check turns. Yeah,
Yeah, it is sealed. Yeah, because it's not
it's
open,
sealed.
therefore it's
Yeah.
sealed.
It's a sealed pack.
It's a sealed pack. So yeah, I think the guys who are investing in sealed packs, there is going to be a ceiling at some point, because people aren't just going to pay, because like at some point the cost benefit, you know, the cost of buying a 45 NFTs and the potential return, the numbers just aren't going to stack up for whatever's left on the market. So again, that's the downside of what you can of the public market. So like I said, the one of 11 Mike Trout that went for 87 grand has obviously given the market a kick up the ass. By the time those other 10 get unearthed, you're going to see a drop in the market because all those cards have come out. And again, it differs from the physical space because they're all going to come out in public. Somebody's going to mine it and go, there you go, all 11 of these cards are out. So there's a huge chunk of value. A huge chunk of value has gone from the sealed marketplace because we know for a fact that all these cards have been pulled. So there is that aspect as well. Like I say, it looks like the last couple of days, 650 has formed a mini plateau. It was Sunday yesterday. I think there's a lot to be said for the Sunday effect. We've seen it in Project 70. I think we're going to see it in this as well. I think sometimes we forget that the US, which is by far driving this market because it's baseball, you know, there's still...
They had the cash to do it. Jesus, that means we're spending £600 on a premium pack here.
Yeah, premium pack, that's true. Well, you know, there's plenty of high rollers that are out to do it. Like I say, this is it's a stock market by a different definition. So people who invest in invest in stocks, or they invest in the physical card space. You know, you've mentioned these guys like Vegas Dave, like the Gary V's of the world, or you know, don't for 1 minute think that these guys aren't neck deep in this. They're just not speaking about it until the time they want to speak about it, and then that gives the market a push again. But there's no way in God's green earth that that Gary V, for example, isn't deep in this, buying this stuff up. Whether he got in on the first drop, or he's hoovered up some stuff on the marketplace, I can guarantee you he's in this.
Yeah, he probably had the same issues we did trying to get those damn cards.
Yeah. But then the way we've seen it now, so maybe the smart thing to do now is you let other people have the stress of buying the stuff, and then an hour after the drop goes, just hoover the marketplace, because you know for a fact the prices are going to go up, and the prices can only start at a certain. So, like I say, you sold yours within 24 hours for more than double.
Yeah, gosh, not even that. It was gone. I think I put it up, and then I woke up in the morning, it was gone.
Yeah,
so like 12 hours.
Yeah, so like 12 hours later, so it had gone up 2.5 times its value. So if you can get in that first 12 hours and hoover up with the expectation it's going to go up, I think that's probably the smart play moving forward. If you want to be, like, if you really want to get, I mean, I'm quite happy to sit and go through the stress of, right, I'm going to try and get my packs. And if I don't get them, then fair enough. I'll maybe just like sit out a particular drop, because, you know, personally speaking, I'm not hugely interested in like trying to gather the whole set or anything like that. You know, there's a few of them that I've picked up that I'm definitely keeping because I think they're kind of cool. But you know, it's not a collecting. I don't have a collecting goal on the NFTs. Put it that way. I think they're fun. I think it's good fun to be involved in. I think you could get into. I think because it's not real and it's clicking a button on your mouse, I think it could get real dangerous for people real quick. It's fine to sit and open 50 packs on Topps Bunt because that doesn't cost you anything. Do you know what I mean? Like real world value doesn't cost you anything. It might hurt your thumb a little bit at the end of the day. You know, because in Bunt this week I have to open 50 packs for one of my missions. But yeah, when it's just things on a screen and it's a currency called wax that doesn't make any sense and doesn't have any true value that's easy to equate for some people, you can imagine it's going to, you know, for some people it's going to be a slippery slope. But you see that with everything. I'm not calling out NFTs as being degenerate gambling, because it's, you know, people get lost in poker, people get lost in fruit machines, people get lost in, you know, any kind of vice like that. But I think with this one, for me personally, it could become especially easy to get like fully sucked into, because it is just clicking stuff on a screen. So I'm personally kind of hesitant from that aspect as well.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, like you're never actually going to hold this thing. So
That's
it's
true.
one thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's one thing going to do an order, getting it shipped over the States. Like I said, I really enjoyed looking on the Project 70 cards in the hand. It was awesome. But yeah, we're never gonna, unless you get one of those moments that by innovative technologies, where you get that whole NFT holder and you gotta watch it on there. But
Yeah, that was pretty
the budget
cool.
doesn't allow for that one yet.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. They found themselves a nice early niche in doing that. That was kind of awesome. So here's a question for you then, because you've been through both processes now. So you picked up Top Shot live, coincidentally, on one of our first webcasts.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You managed to get in the queue. I got bumped to like number 75,000 in the queue on a 25,000 drop. But you got in there. So you've done both things now. So you've done the queuing system for NBA Top Shot, and you've done the shit show that was the MLB drop on wax.io. So what's your reflections on the two processes?
NBA Top Shop was super simple. So you join the queue. They give you your number and say there's 35,000 packs. You fingers crossed you make those early 35-20 there. Or if you're just slightly behind it, you hope that. So as you go down, they only take probably 1,000 people at a time or so, maybe less. I'm not even sure how long they do it. They update your process constantly, so you know how long you're waiting until it's your turn. And when it is your turn, you have a 20-minute window to make your purchase. Not if you miss that 20-minute window, you've missed your chance to do that. So you have to kind of be around to kind of watch it. Although the time scales they gave were pretty accurate, I have to say that way. With tops, I don't know how many people try to jam their system, but I mean they delayed it for half an hour. I mean, you got to the checkout process 3 times. I got to it twice, and only once it actually went through. And it was, I just don't understand. I think it's rushed. They really rushed to have it out and go, yeah, NFTs are the cool thing. We need to have this. And they didn't think about the process there. I mean, they had to know demand. I mean, what was it? They were giving out a free NFT to the first 10,000 people, and 1 million people signed up, was it?
Yeah, that's right. So the first 10,000 people that signed up through the topsmlb.com page got a free pack of opening day. And then I think, so by the time I saw that and went to sign up, which was maybe only a couple hours after they tweeted,
it was 4 hours later
4
we
hours,
knew about it, yeah.
And so it had gone. So they had at least 10,000 signups in 4 hours. And then I think 2 days later, wax.io tweeted that they were over 1 million members. But that's total member. Now wax.io has been around for a little bit, and they've done some fairly big releases already. The reason I don't really buy the whole Tops rushed out the door thing is that Tops and wax.io have done at least one, and I think they might have done more. Might have done multiple garbage pail kids drops.
Right.
Now,
Okay. Yeah.
so if you want to use that as a test bed, because there is a big market for garbage pail kid stuff. Excuse me, perhaps not in this country, but certainly in the US, it's got a very passionate following. So they had the same problems when they did that drop of checkout crashing, people getting charged multiple times and not getting their stuff, getting automatically refunded. So if they're hitting those problems on smaller drops for garbage pail kids, and then they think, yeah, but it's fine though, we'll just move into MLB where like the demand's going to be much more. I don't know how much they changed or beefed up their systems between doing the 2 drops. It doesn't look like they did very much to change it, because they had the exact same issues on a product with a much smaller fan base.
Yeah. I mean, if you would have figured 10,000 people signed up to get a free pack, and they reached over 1 million there, I would have guessed they probably had somewhere in the region of 50,000, 100,000 people trying to get the NFTs. I mean, I would imagine.
That doesn't seem like a crazy amount. I mean, like I said, the entire drop was limited to 74,000. No, is that right? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 74,000 cards in total.
Yeah, 74,000 packs in total. Yeah, but then of course you could buy 10 of each. You were limited. You are limited, but you were limited to 10 of each. So, you could have 20. So I can't do that math because I'm quite tired tonight. But that's still like 30. No, like three and a half. So if everyone had bought 10 of each, then yeah, you're sort of at like 4,000. But yeah, it felt like the whole world was trying to get them. And we completely forgot to mention that even before it started, they had to delay it half an hour. Because just with people sitting on the the wax.io page waiting for it to refresh, that was enough to crash their systems.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It just seems like another. Tops just makes more and more mistakes as we go along, and they surely should have gone. NBA Top Shot goes really smoothly. No one complains out of the fact that they've completely missed their window. And I missed my
yeah,
pack because
yeah,
I missed it there. You had to go, okay, right. There's a hole in room. We're allowing 500 people at a time. And when the line moves in that way, we bring, 5 people check out. And I think that's the only way you do it without crashing the system. Like their system was smooth. I had no problems with it. We were texting each other back and forth. I would say I'd pulling my hair out, but there's no hair to pull out. And my wife was like, "What's wrong with you? You're like the kids need to go to bed." I'm like, "I just need some fake cards that are not really things there."
I'm trying to spend like $500 on things that don't exist.
Yeah, and she still doesn't understand this there. And I was like, "Well, at least I broke even," until I got hit with my gas charge.
Well, so this is the next thing. So, I mean, this probably, we don't claim to be experts in this. We're very much learning as we go. But something that I think has spun up and surprised a lot of people is the process or the steps that you have to go through in order to get from wax, which is your currency, the NFT currency, to go from wax to Ethereum, and Ethereum is what backs the entire NFT market. So to go from wax to Ethereum to actual money to get your stuff back out, that's a journey. I think it's the safest way to put it.
Oh my gosh!
A journey that is littered with gateways and percentages and fees and yeah.
Yeah, so we had tried to figure out the best way to do this. Like I had sold my packs, I broke even, I said broke even. I made a little bit of profit on there, and I was like, all right. I figured once I can convert it to wax to Ethereum, should be an easy process. No, so I'm trying to think which one do I use. Is this my wax wallet? I can't remember what it is. Anyways, so I had to connect my MetaMask wallet to there, and to do that, they charge. It's a $50 gas fee to convert it. So this gas fee is what it costs to run the computers to make this transfer from wax to Ethereum. And then I assume I haven't paid it yet. It's still floating in space there. I checked before we got on. It still exists. So I still have my money. It's still not out paying the credit card bill yet, but I have my money. Because I refused to pay the $50 fee. And then I assume once I convert it there'll probably be another fee to convert it into actual dollars.
Yeah, and of course from dollars we need to get back to Her Majesty's English pounds.
Yeah,
so there's that issue as well.
Oh my God. So yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I probably from here on out I probably would sell my stuff on eBay and take the eBay hit.
Yeah, I think the traditional markets are going to benefit a little bit from this. Obviously, the selling point, if you want to put it that way, of the dedicated NFT marketplaces like Atomic Hub, which I think is where the vast majority of buying and selling of certainly the baseball one is happening. Although I did see one on Atomic Hive as well, I can't remember what that one's called. I think it's Atomic Hive. Doesn't matter. NFT Hive is. Yeah, so Atomic Hub seems to be the one that's doing the most because it's the one that's most closely linked to wax.io. It obviously benefits because it's really, really easy to list your stuff on there. You go, click, I want to list it, please. Click it again. It goes, all right, you want to list it? Cool. Here's all your sales information. We recommend you list it for this price. Here's the last 5 sales. Here's the max. Here's the min. Here's a graph that shows you the trend over time. So it makes it real super easy to price it. You just go, click, click. All right, let's 200, boof, and then it's on sale. So they benefit from the ease of doing it from that perspective. But then, like I say, the issue then becomes when you get to that point where you want to go from wax to actual pounds. And I guess the way we need to think about it is it's maybe seen more as an investment platform, and it's something that you play over a longer period than trying to get a quick win out of. Which maybe is something that we're fully aware of going into it. I don't know. Like I say,
Absolutely not. No idea. I thought it'd be a percentage fee or something like that.
yeah, no, that's true. And so when we spoke about this before, when you first mentioned the $50, I was very surprised and was like, well, I don't mind paying a percentage as like a processing fee because that's what we're used to, and especially as well, you and I, we both run
International
small,
businesses.
yeah, small garden businesses, and we use payment processors all the time, and we're used to paying a fee for that service. So PayPal goods and services is the most obvious example. I think everyone's fairly familiar with that. So any PayPal goods and services transaction that you make, you pay 2.9%, or the person who receives the money pays 2.9% plus. Well, in the
30p.
UK, yeah, in the UK it's 30p. I think in the States it's like 30 cents or whatever per transaction. So that's fine. You don't mind paying those percentages because you're used to seeing them. So if the gas fee had been like 10% plus like $5 or something, that wouldn't feel quite so bad as, well, it's $50 no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, who knows if that's just the minimum or not there. I mean, I have no idea. And the problem is I've converted my wax already to Ethereum, and I still have more wax to convert. I don't know if I'm going to be hit twice with this $50 fee, because if that's the case, like, there's just no point. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
the $50 seems to be coming out of nowhere. Like what is this? I want to see this computer work, because what makes it cost $50 to do a simple transaction where you're literally just doing zeros and ones?
Yeah.
I mean, what is this supercomputer doing?
Yeah, it's a fantastic question. Like I say, there doesn't seem to be much that can warrant a $50 charge. I mean, of
And the other
course.
thing we were saying is, I didn't realize how bad it is for the environment.
Yeah, I was pretty shocked. Now, so one of the contributors, so Andy, I think it was, who
was
linked that
Andy.
article. I'll be honest to say, I didn't. I read the headline and was like, "Holy crap, that's shocking." I didn't actually go and read the full article. I don't know if you did, but
I skimmed through it. Yeah.
yeah, I'll let you speak about it then, because like I say, I just saw the headline.
So it uses a ton of energy. And so obviously you can use different energy, solar energy, or water energy there, but it burns a ton of energy to do this stuff, which I thought the whole point of having a blockchain was to keep the energy levels low.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of configuring this. Why else would you do this if it's not some sort of benefit to the environment? But apparently not. Apparently you've got like a fucking nuclear reactor you gotta keep going to it blew me away. I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it was a pretty huge number. It was like the amount of energy used by one household in 2 years or something. Is that right?
Yeah.
To do wax to Ethereum transactions, which that seems mind blowing. Like I wish I'd gone back and read the article. I probably still will.
We'll read the article. We'll link the article again that Andy had sent. It was fantastic. But yeah, it was just like, how is that even possible?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I mean, how many rats are spinning the wheel? Come on. I mean, like, they're cheap. I mean, you're going to talk about lots of rats to spin the wheel here.
Yeah. In turn, of course, what that means is there's now a burgeoning market for middlemen, I suppose, to come in and buy up people's wax. And I've already had an inquiry from a customer asking if they can use their wax to buy physical product, which is a fantastic question and something I'll need to investigate a little bit more, because as we talked about this. I'm not going to say I feel a duty of care towards people, but in a way I sort of do, because obviously we talked a lot about this. We got a lot of people involved in it. A lot of people are excited by it. And personally, it's kind of disappointing to see how difficult or expensive it is for people to reap the benefit of we should be able to reap these benefits. Like we were smart enough to get in. We were lucky enough to get the packs at cost from the retailer. And now it just super sucks that it's so difficult to see the benefit of that foresight and for being committed enough to sit and go through the purple screen of death and to put my credit card details in 4 times. And yeah, like I sit and look at my wax wallet that's sitting at about, like, I don't know, $3,000, but I know how difficult it's going to be to actually get my hands on that $3,000. And by the time all is said and done, I might get $2,000 out of it, because I've lost a third of it in fees or something.
And not that exchange rate, like he said, like
the exchange rate, yeah.
the whole blockchain market exchange rates all over the place right now.
Yeah, yeah. So there's definitely an opportunity, I think, there for people to buy and sell in wax. I didn't realize until not too long ago that you could actually transfer wax to other people the same way you can transfer NFTs. So of course that makes that marketplace quite attractive. So if you're in a position where you can go around and say to people, right, if you've got $250 worth of wax or less, if that's the kind of threshold where it makes sense to take it out, I'll buy it off you at this exchange rate. So, you're not completely screwing people because you're just going to get a terrible reputation and nobody's going to want to do it. But at the same time, you're smoothing the process for people. So you want to offer them some kind of saving, but at the same time, you want to do something for a little bit for yourself as well. So if you've got the facility where you can spend all that wax, or you don't mind taking all that wax and then wearing the fees and everything else further down the line, then there's a real opportunity, I think, for some people there. So yeah, the whole buying wax for actual money, that's going to be quite interesting. It'd be interesting to see actually if an eBay listing comes up for 10,000 wax, and then
it might be out there.
It might be.
I just never looked for
it.
Yeah, gosh. Absolutely. It'll be interesting. I mean, I guess we'll see if they release another few packs of Series 1. Are we getting Series 2 next? I mean,
yeah. Well, there's some non-baseball NFTs coming up from Topps. So the Taylor Lawrence collection is coming, which was a Topps. So they did Topps. So the Topps have a series of collaborations, is the word that I'm looking for.
Yes.
So we've had Topps and Derek Jeter, we've had Topps and Francisco Lindor, we've had Topps and Pete Alonso. So the Topps and Lawrence Taylor physical set like 2 weeks ago, and I think the NFT set, there was a tweet from Topps today. I think the NFT set is coming out next week. But interestingly enough, not from Wax.io, it's coming out from somewhere else.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So Topps, so Wax.io obviously have the baseball license. But this appears to be, now unless it was just a link to a site that was giving more information, and maybe it will come from Wax.io. Again, I didn't click on it, I only saw the headline. I really should do better investigation.
I only click on dodgy links that are pop-ups.
Yes. Yeah, it wasn't clickbaity enough for me to click on it. So yeah, so the Trevor Lawrence NFT collection I think comes out in I think 4 days or something. Obviously a non-baseball set, but so yeah.
And done by his brother-in-law or brother and sister-in-law,
Brother
who are
and
actually artists.
sister-in-law, yeah, which I think was kind of cool. I did read enough of it to figure that out, yeah. I guess that'll be interesting. Not a baseball thing, so I don't know if I had an opportunity to get some of the physical sets and passed it by. I wasn't too fussed by it, and I'll probably pass by the NFT release, but I'll certainly track it and see how it goes. But I don't think I'll be buying any for myself. It's not not something I'm overly interested in. But it'll be like I say, interesting just to see if they change the process, or if it is from a different seller, or what the popularity is, and again track the secondary market. Again, I'll be doing some amateur data mining a few days after that.
So I was obviously looking for stuff up here. So the new series To Burn to Earn comes out tomorrow.
It will be, yeah, because we'll be in week 2.
Yes. So there's something on Topps Digital there as I was looking to figure out where your Trevor Lawrence card is there. But yes, so the new pack starts Tuesday. So I would assume we're going to have some of those cards that people have been sitting on will be worth more money. So I guess, do you wait tomorrow to find out which ones you need to get and then try to hoover them up and turn a profit on them?
Well, I mean, I know there's a lot of people hoarding commons just because they know that the value of these are going to go up if they're included in a crafting challenge.
Yes.
But, what is there, 2 crafting challenges a week, and one is 5 cards and the other one's 4 cards?
A 2-card and a 4-card one.
Okay, so that's 6 total cards, and you're trying to, so, like the odds, again, you're looking at the odds. What's the size of the base set, and you're looking for 6 of those cards to be included in crafting?
Yeah, I know. It's
so...
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's one of those things that I guess, if you knew what the next set could be, I'm going to look at that to find out, and then just try to hoover them up cheap, and then turn around and make some more money.
You need, if you were really fast on it. So if you were sitting hitting refresh for it to change from week 1 to week 2, and you were quick enough to go in and see who all the players were, and then be on the marketplace at the same time, and you're buying up the players as you're reading them off the screen,
Yep.
then yeah, there's definitely money to be made, because people aren't going to be able to react fast enough if they've already got those commons listed. They're not going to be able to react fast enough to put the
Oh
prices.
gosh, no. I mean, I mean that was the same thing. I was surprised when my pack sold so quickly. You know, it was like, oh, I went to go like to see if it had sold or not. It was like, wow, that was quick. So I think even if they do now, that could be a strategy for somebody to go, right, I can pick these up for fairly cheap
Yeah,
and sell them 4 times the cost.
yeah.
Because if you have those cards listed, you know, somebody's going to go hoover them up as soon as they
Exactly. Yeah. Like if DJ LeMahieu, which is currently worth 10 wax, gets included in a crafting challenge, and it immediately becomes worth 50 wax, then of course you're going to go and buy them all up at 10, right?
Yep, absolutely. So
there you go. I didn't say
So, yes.
I didn't say it out loud because I wasn't thinking about it.
So yes,
What time?
what time? Yes, exactly. So that'll be an interesting one to follow there, because again, I think you'll see people that will have the time to go and try to hoover those up and go, okay,
Yeah.
great. I picked them all up for 10 and turned for 50.
It'll be
and
interesting to see how much of a bump it puts on the overall market as well when they refresh that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be watching if it's happens during hours so my kids aren't around. Yeah, I'll absolutely be like, okay, what's the next one there? You know, I might actually set up the next alert for Topps Digital to make sure I cover that, and then just skip over all the soccer and WWE cards that come up there every hour. It seems like.
Dude, F1 cards. That's where the money. The Formula One cards. That's where the money is right now. That's where you want to be buying. Formula. You heard it here first. Go and buy your F1 singles.
F1 singles, right?
Yeah,
who am I chasing? Whose rookie card do I need on the F1 singles?
Dude, just buy any F1 card. The price of them is just shocking. It's so
Really?
stupid. Yeah,
You
yeah.
ever Topps was giving away a box too?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, F1 Chrome. Unbelievable. Yeah, maybe just try and get more stock in your shop next time. Yeah, it was a bit galling to see them giving away a box when it was such a struggle to get stuff. But anyway, that's a story for another day.
Yeah, so I don't think everyone's happy with Topps, and you guys are all doing things wrong. Like
Listen, we've all got brilliant ideas on how we would make Topps better.
Yes, exactly. Yes, and they have a large garbage can. They took it from the Astros and they put it right there, and it's stuffed it full there.
Oh, that's where it went. That's where all my tweets go. It goes in.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. They might just look at that and go, they think we care.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do. I think we all know that.
Because there's social media person, I feel bad for the amount of stuff they get abused from people daily. It's just gonna be bad. You know,
you can tell
that
that
serious therapy.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way they're reading any of the stuff that comes back. It's like they turn on TweetDeck, send a tweet, turn off TweetDeck.
Yes, exactly.
Or other social media management platforms are available. But yeah, for example. Well, let's see. So obviously the NFTs last week launched at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so 6 p.m. UK. So if they're doing a proper full calendar week, we can maybe expect that turnover at 6 p.m. tomorrow night. If they're not announcing a time, I can't see it being any earlier than that. But you never know. They might.
You never know.
It might be at midnight Eastern, so 5 a.m. 5 a.m. tomorrow morning for us. Who
I'm
knows?
trying to think. So Bunce usually comes over about 6 or 7.
Everything seems to be done 1 p.m. Eastern. So even when Topps UK physical baseball cards released on the Topps UK shop, it was somewhere around about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as well. So everything seems to work off Eastern Time.
That makes sense. I mean, that's 10 o'clock Pacific, so that covers everybody.
Yeah, 10 Pacific, 1 Eastern.
Everyone
6
showed up to the
p.m.
office,
UK.
had that cup of coffee, bitch about what they got to do that day at work, and then like, oh crap, I better get my baseball cards.
Yeah. I got to go and get my electronic baseball cards. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, cool. We could be sitting here again this time next week, having the same conversation again, but in a slightly different manner. Yeah. Change the subject next week, but it was fun. It was a fun experience, despite all the stress and the difficulties in buying it. Like looking back at the week and the craziness and the way the prices have rocketed up and stuff. It's been fun. It's been fun to be involved in, and I know there's a lot of people, especially in the UK community here, who a month ago were like, what's an NFT? And you know, I don't want to be patting ourselves on the back too much, but you know, we've obviously talked about it quite a bit. we've gradually got more and more people involved in it. A lot of people who I think were skeptical or weren't even bothered 2 weeks ago are now into it and kind of loving it and can see the attraction of it. So it's been really, really cool from a collecting point of view or from a community point of view as well. To see that side of it, I think that's definitely worth mentioning, that the appeal seems to have grown, and hopefully it continues. Because it's pretty fun at the end of the day, you know. It's a wild
It was a
drink.
cool shared experience. That's
It
what it
was,
was.
yeah. That's a really good way to put it. Yeah, it was a cool shared experience. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I tuned into all the breaks to see what people had got. I mean, that was a lot of fun. I mean, and you know, people were genuinely excited about what they were getting there, and,
Yeah, exactly,
and had the whole process worked. You know, it's kind of fun to say I have NFTs, you know, and people go, you own some of those? But I do.
Yeah. Or you can
Check me out. Yeah.
me, yeah. I'm like living in the year 3020 here, you know.
You go back to your retro world there.
That's it, man. Yeah. All right, awesome. Well, we've managed to fill an hour again, which is pretty good news. On the same subject we talked about last week. So yay! Look at us.
I know.
I know, right? So yeah, obviously this week's episode will be available as a podcast from a Wednesday. I'll probably clip out the embarrassing 2 minutes at the front. No, I won't. I like leaving these things in. Where I
my gosh.
we
might have to cut that one out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Usually what I do is I drop in with a quick thing at the start and say, oh yeah, here's this week's mess up. Sorry. And then play the podcast out. So yeah. No, we'll keep it whole because it's kind of fun. You know, everything's a bit rough and ready here.
Yes, exactly.
That's what makes it
I can just see someone like, oh, the new podcast is out. And there's dead air.
Yeah. What's going on? Why is Jason only speaking? Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I usually do a thing at the front to say, yeah, I messed up again this week. here's what I did.
Here's what I did. Yes. So yes, if you hold on long enough, you'll hear Jason speaking. That was actually.
Yeah. And that, to be fair, that's all people really tune in for anyway.
Yeah, my voice and your looks, you know, that's what it really comes down to.
Yeah, I keep saying I'm only here to sex the place up. But oh, jeez. All right, man. Once again, thanks for coming along and sitting chatting baseball cards and NFTs with us this week. Next week, we're not too sure what's happening yet. We'll have a meeting through the week. See if we've got any guests or anything lined up. We'll change it up. Obviously, Bowman's out and Diamond Kings are out, so we'll have some physical baseball cards to talk about next week, if nothing else. The world of NFTs will continue to grow, and those, Project 70 always hanging around as well. So there'll be lots more.
Yeah, only another 8 months of Project 70.
Yeah, we've got content for at least 8 months.
Yes, and then there will be Project 71, 2071, or whatever they call it.
Yeah. We'll need to see what they roll out next year, right?
Yeah, oh well.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. Well, once again, thanks very much, Jason. Thanks everybody for watching and commenting along. I didn't get to too many of the comments today. I did see some of them there. So yeah, my apologies for that. And yeah, like I say, available as a podcast from Wednesday at 9 p.m. on your favourite podcast platform. And we'll see you again next Monday live on twitch.tv/Tea and Tops. And yeah, until then, stay safe. Enjoy the pubs. Now they've opened again if you're in Scotland. And yeah, we'll talk to you again next week. Thanks again, Jason.
Hey, yeah, thanks again. We'll see you guys next week. It's always good to, and everyone stay safe out there. We're still in a pandemic. Just because you've been vaccinated doesn't mean you're not safe. So
that's true. Yeah.
Please, yeah. And yes, well, I'm glad to see the pubs are open again, so I can go get a pint now.
Go and get a pint. Yeah. As I always say, just because you can, it doesn't mean you should.
Yes, it's a take-home pint. Listen, I'm gonna have my take-home pint.
That's it. Yeah. So yeah, that's a great message to end on. Stay safe, and yeah, we'll speak to you next week. All right, thanks everybody. Take care.
These my dollars make it hurt.